All right, so we're going to get into a series of assignments that I've already had posted. Just like we had the last 16 assignments, you guys are going to get a bunch more. Each assignment is going to work kind of like its own puzzle, its own challenge that will challenge you, and you can follow along with the video that will help, okay? We actually started the first one yesterday when we went through this introduction assignment, but obviously you can see these 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can go down the line, 12. Right around 16 is probably the last one. 17 will actually move into drawings. So kind of like we did with the last one where you had a bunch of worksheets, and then these drawings, ones down here, there's lathe quadrant, rocker arm, these ones should look familiar. So in order to find these, fire a lot of stuff up. You guys should be able to click here, right? And you need to find the L drive somehow. So you need to go into this PC. You can find the L drive there, whatever it may be. This is where I posted it for you. L drive here. You can go into all access, find my name and handouts. And this is it right here. CAD Practice Kimmel. Some of you will copy this entire folder and put it into your H drive. Okay. Some of you will just go into the L drive every day and just work on the next one. The first one you're going to be working on is called O2 line practice. So it's called line practice number 1. The instructions for this are here. Okay. A lot of these YouTube links are old, so they don't work, but you can use the same link from yesterday. If you hold control and click here, it will give you the dimensions of the assignment. It will auto post up this. So that automatically brought it up. So here's what your first drawing is going to look like. All right. I also have printed off versions of this that I'll have for you. But basically you're going to create that drawing in this space. So you're going to create this drawing here in this space. And if you zoom in, you can see the dots. You can see the dots. They're all at 1/4 inch or 0.25 inches. So, most of this is self-explanatory. You guys can figure it out. I'm going to go through some buttons that will be very useful. Scroll in and out of the mouse for zoom. Hold the mouse wheel down to pan this back and forth. If you have the grid on here, which you probably do, but if you notice that the grid disappears, here we go. If you notice that the grid disappears, that's that button right there. So that button right there will toggle through the grid. This button here will allow you to click on the grid. This is snap mode. So if you're in the middle of drawing a line and snap mode is on, it will only snap to the intersection points of the grid. If you turn this off, you can snap anywhere you want and you can draw a line from middle to middle. So most of you are going to be leaving snap mode on, but if it ends up turning off, that's how you do it. So it's when you're inside a line, it will only let you snap to the grid. Obviously, the grid boxes here are 1 inch across because they're all 1/4 inch spacing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1/4 inch, half, 3/4, 1 inch is long. Okay. As you're drawing lines, even if you're snapping to the grid, it can go crooked and diagonally. There is a button right here. There is a button right here that's ortho mode. And if you turn that on, it will only allow you to go vertical and horizontal. So if you want that quick, straight across or straight down, that will help you. As you're drawing lines, most things should be pretty self-explanatory, but you'll see these green boxes that keep popping up. The green box is an intelligent piece of the software, and it knows that after you draw a line, you probably want to draw a line starting at either this end or this end. So these green boxes are those suggestions, right? It can say, hey, you want to draw a line, and I suggest that you draw it right here at the end. If those green boxes are frustrating you or getting in your way, that's O-snap here. You can turn that off, and that'll get rid of all those suggested boxes. So that's right here. So the basics are, if you can zoom in, zoom out, you can move around, you can hold control, access the dimensions, you know about the grid snap, and the ortho mode. You should be able to go through and draw these. The only thing that might be a little tough is editing, trimming and deleting some things when you get some of those overlapping squares. In this here, there's some overlapping squares where you gotta trim and cut some of this stuff. I can help you a little more with that later. But ultimately, if you're into the L drive, this is your list of assignments that's going to take us all the way through next week. So you guys should know what you're doing there. It's just a quick kind of 5-minute intro. I'll see what you guys do or don't know. And then other than that, we're good to go.